Welcome back to the Makin Wellness channel. This is Sarah, and today we are going to address 5 innovative hints to calm your high-functioning anxiety. So what is high-functioning anxiety? Approximately 19% of the US population struggles with some type of anxiety disorder. Out of that 19%, many of those report that they experience high-functioning anxiety. Although high-functioning anxiety is not a formalized DSM diagnosis, it does convey certain characteristics that many high-achieving and high-performing people do struggle with. High-functioning anxiety essentially means that you do not freeze when you feel anxious, that you use your anxiety and your stress to propel yourself forward, and you do a pretty good job at it on the outside. Many people with high-functioning anxiety are type A personalities. They are typically successful in their career or in their business. They look amazing, like they have it all, and many times people do believe that they have it all, but people with high-functioning anxiety have a dirty little secret, and that is they are anxious many, many, many times. People with high-functioning anxiety also do a great job at putting on this mask and pretending to be happy and calm on the inside when they really are not. So this makes it challenging for their friends and their loved ones because they won't know that there's something wrong going on with them inside because they do a great job at pretending like everything is fine. But high key, it is not fine. So do I have high-functioning anxiety? What are signs and symptoms? There are 2 different sides of high-functioning anxiety. There's some positive characteristics and signs, and there's some negative characteristics and signs. I'll start with the positive. Many times people with high-functioning anxiety are very detail-oriented. They tend to be helpful and punctual. They're proactive and plan ahead for all different types of possibilities. They appear outwardly calm. They're organized, and they will portray a outgoing personality. So they'll project that they're happy, or they'll tell jokes, or they'll laugh a lot. Some negative characteristics of high-functioning anxiety are overthinking, avoiding eye contact, losing track of time, feeling a lot of need for reassurance, people-pleasing, struggling to say no, having insomnia, having a racing mind, having mental and physical fatigue, being loyal to a fault in relationships, and they may even have a potential for alcohol or substance abuse. So how to deal with high-functioning anxiety? The first tip that I would give you is to reach out to an online therapist like the ones that we have at Makin Wellness. We have many providers who are specialized in treating anxiety disorders, and they can help you with creating a treatment plan. The second tip for dealing with high-functioning anxiety is to implement more mindfulness into your life. So the idea of mindfulness is that you do your best to think of the immediate moment. You're not thinking too much about the future or too much about the past. This can feel very unnatural, especially for people that struggle with high-functioning anxiety. But the more you implement mindfulness into your life, the more you may notice symptoms of high-functioning anxiety start to decrease. Another way you can deal with high-functioning anxiety is to spend time to journal and get your thoughts out. Many times when we write down our thoughts and we see what we're thinking in our brains, it helps us to challenge illogical thoughts. Not every thought that you have in your head is true. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, well, how can I deal with my high-functioning social anxiety? And what are a couple of tricks to deal with it? I would share the number one thing that can help is to get matched with an online therapist and follow the treatment plan and goals that you create with your online therapist. The second thing that I would recommend is to socialize to the best of your ability. So if you don't feel comfortable going in person, depending on where you live, of course, attending events virtually or using different things like Clubhouse, where it's audio only, can be quite helpful. Another trick to help you cope with high-functioning social anxiety is to invest in your personal relationships that you already have established and talk with them about your social anxiety and just be very open and honest. There's something very freeing that comes from being open and transparent with the ones you care about. Who knows, your friends might struggle with the same thing as well. Sometimes our clients and followers ask about what's a high-functioning anxiety quiz that I can take online, and our team actually highly recommends against that. You don't want to accidentally self-diagnose yourself with a sketchy tool online and start to feel stressed out about that unnecessarily. If you resonated with this video or with a lot of the things that I talked about, then I would highly recommend you to just give our amazing team a call at 833-274-HEAL. We can match you with an online provider who can actually do a mental health evaluation to see if you fit criteria for any type of anxiety disorder. We also do have an anxiety evaluation that we do very frequently, so I would highly recommend you to do that instead of accidentally diagnosing yourself with something that you might not actually have. The last question that our team at Makin Wellness is frequently asked is, what are high-functioning anxiety treatments? Our clinical team at Makin Wellness recommends 3 things. The first thing is cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, basically consists of learning about thinking errors, identifying your thinking patterns, and working on correcting them. You'd work with an online therapist, and they will help you with reducing the frequency and intensity of thoughts that make you feel anxious. CBT is actually backed by research and may help with substantially reducing your symptoms of anxiety. The second thing that we recommend is potentially medication. Again, every client is different, but if your clinician does think that you would benefit from medication, more than likely you would be prescribed a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or an SSRI. You can contact a psychiatrist or your PCP to get anti-anxiety medication. The third thing that we recommend is some training with mindfulness. Again, this can be done in session or outside of session. You ideally want to move to a place where you are more focused on the immediate moment and not thinking too much about the past or the future. We hope this video was helpful for you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Makin Wellness channel, and let us know below what helps you cope with your high-functioning anxiety. We would love to read and respond to all of your comments. Thanks so much, and until next time, please be well.